Okay, so I got this trip from Newark to London, 3,458 miles with a 40-mile-per-hour tailwind. Excuse me. The flight's point of no return is the point at which the flight time required to return to New York is the same time as the time required to continue to London. The plane speed in Stiller is 840. How far is New York from the point of no return? So I do a little diagram here, and the wind is going this direction because it's a tailwind. So the point of no return is probably going to be somewhere about here. I'm just guessing. We're going to call that distance x. The total distance was 3,458. So this whole distance here is 3,458. So this distance here has to be 3,458 minus x. So divide it in two pieces. So if that's 1,000, then this is 2,458. Subtract the 1,000 off of the other piece for the remaining piece. So I'd like to set up this little chart. This will give us some better insight with the wind, with and against the wind. Because the point of no return is right here. So if he's to turn around and go back, he'd have to go against the wind. If he continues forward, he's with the wind. Well, with the wind, you can go faster. That's why he can go faster over a longer period of speed. That's why I think the no return is somewhere around here. This is a longer distance over here, but he can go faster. So if it's still air is 840, with the wind is 880. Against the wind, subtract 40, that's 800. We want to know all the times are the same. Coming back, it's x distance. Going over, it's 3,458 minus x. So you just fill in all the holes with this information. Now we have rate times distance. So 880 times t equals x. 800 t equals 3,458 minus x. And now we need to solve for t and x. Actually, just x is what I want. X is the distance from the point of no return right here back to New York, which is x. I think if I substitute this in for x, we can find t first. Okay, add 880 over to the 800 there. That's 1680. Right, just simple algebra. And then divide by the 3,458 divided by 1680, and you get 2.0583 repeating. I'm going to round 4 decimal places. So that's the time to be the same. Now remember, x is the distance back right here. Well, x is 880 times t. So multiply that number times 880, that should be x. And that number, if you calculate it, rounds to 1647, which is the right answer. If you plug it in, it'll work. I tried it. So hopefully that helps.